I once wanted to be an actor. As a matter of fact, I was an actor. Ever since I was young, I had this dream of becoming famous, becoming big, becoming recognizable. That you will notice me even if you don't know me. You will know me even if you don't know me. That's a funny scenario, you know. But as I grow older and older, or shall I say, as I grow wiser, now that I understand that it's all a mask, a performance, I've noticed that a lot of us are dealing with identity issues. Now it's unclear who we are, so we give ourselves, how do I say, we give ourselves passions, and these passions become our destiny. This is what I'm meant to do for life. My career is my destiny, is my passion, is my purpose. That's the word I was looking for. There was once an actor. He accepted the strange role. You know, the contract said, "You will forget that you are acting." And he agreed. The curtain opened. So, the first role he acted, he became a child, then a student. Then, with time, he became someone who wanted approval. And later on, someone who wanted success, desires, and everything. And every time people applauded, he adjusted, he became funnier, more impressive, more useful, more productive. When people admired sacrifice, he learned to disappear. When people rewarded achievement, he learned to chase it. Chase that achievement. Years passed, the actor became excellent at his job. People are rewarding achievement. You gotta give more. You gotta give more. But strange things started happening. He felt exhausted after performances. He forgot he actually enjoyed it. Even though the money was good, he had cars, he had girls, he had houses, he had everything. He became afraid of silence. He cannot sit down with his thoughts. He cannot be the observer. One evening backstage, he found a dusty mirror. Written across the frame, "You are not the costume." And he laughed, then stopped. But suddenly, he could not remember whether the laugh belonged to him or the character. He forgot he was acting. The next day he returned to the stage. Nothing looked different. But now, every line felt unfamiliar. And every action became a question. I think that is the most interesting and simple thing we are afraid of. Questions. We were raised not to ask questions. You don't ask questions. You don't ask who is God. You don't ask why, where is God. So if you actually look into it, ever since we were young, it has always been a mask. We are always performing. It's a play, and we are performing. And some of us are very good at performing it because it's survival instinct, right? You have to perform. That's the only thing that you know. But for those who are bold enough to ask a question, ask a question. Why? Who? How? Scary, but makes sense. See, this time that I wanted to be an actor, as a matter of fact, as I said, I was an actor. I was in the industry. I was probably like 19, 20, 21 maybe. And I became an actor, yeah? And now I can interact with these big guys. I know you, I know that guy, I know this guy, you know. And if I could show people, but they haven't watched this thing. I was there. Did you see me? I was craving for people to notice me, know me, being significant. I have to be efficient, because if I don't do these great things, no one will notice me. I want to be efficient. And if I'm not efficient, I'm not fulfilled. That's the way they taught us. That's the way we know it is. But is it? Is it really? Because I can relate this thing to so many things. What I'm talking about, I can relate it to so many things that people are going through today. Marriage, relationships, work. This performance that we perform every day has become our livelihoods. We forget that we are acting. We forget that we are acting, and we are given a contract. You need to forget that you are acting so you can receive good things. You can receive money, success, respect. But you have to forget that you are acting. So that job that you are going to on a daily basis, you need to forget that you are acting and actually treat it as your purpose, because that's your purpose. You already forgot that you are acting. And it's it's sad. I don't want to say it's a bad thing, because I've come to understand that there's nothing bad and there's nothing good, you know, and that can be dangerous for people to misunderstand. But view it as light and shadow. And I'm happy. It brings me joy that the generation we're in, we're asking questions. The indigo children, as they're called, we're asking questions. That is important. Because you see, this contract that they are offering us, that you need to forget that you are acting, it has peace and happiness written all over it. Because they tell you that's what it is. Money is happiness, money is peace, money is, assurance, and so we even confuse love nowadays. People don't know what love is, but this contract is so nice. You don't question it. You don't question it. Because you see, this guy was so successful, and the success didn't automatically produce peace or happiness. Eventually, when you look into the mirror, when you sun gaze, when you moon gaze, when you meditate, and listen, we're all in this journey. I'm also trying. But now I know it's really hard not to tell people what you know. Once you know, you cannot unknow. So ask questions. ask yourself, what parts of me are alive? What parts of me are rehearsed? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Love, peace to all sentient beings.